Hello everyone, I've got Team J Kid here. We are so excited to bring you today's video. I've enlisted my girls, none of who are designers by the way, to help me redesign my dream bedroom. Yes, you heard it. We've got one bedroom, 4 different ways. So if you want to see 4 different visions for one picky client, watch this video to see how it all develops. I cannot tell you how excited I am for today's video. We first have to talk about what are we even doing in today's episode. I have this primary bedroom that is totally in transition. The last time you saw my primary bedroom, it was very cavernous. It was this sexy espresso paint on the walls. It was dark, it was moody, it was glam. It was pretty much everything my style used to be before I had kids. I love bold, I love glamorous, I love Regency style, and everything really just screamed old Hollywood glam. The focal point of my previous primary bedroom suite was all about the bed. It was this very regal Baroque style bed. I had rescued this antique bed frame all the way in San Diego. I literally drove 2.5, almost 3 hours because I found this bed frame on Craigslist. Now I had manifested this vintage bed frame for probably years before I even found it. You can find a vintage bed frame just like this on First Dibs and it retails for over $3,000. I scored this bed frame on Craigslist for around $300 and I simply had my upholsterer make me a brand new upholstered headboard to go inside the inset of the frame. With a statement piece like this, it was so easy for me to build the room around this bed. I found Dorothy Draper style España dressers to flank beside the bed. I love really simple, crisp white hotel style bedding. For me, it's all about layering. It's about layering different textures, different elements to kind of marry into the design to allow everything to come together and become more cohesive and more personalized to my individual style. Fast forward a few years and now I am pregnant with Kamari, our first child, and I wanted a clean, white, blank slate for my primary bedroom. I was going to dedicate that entire first year to nursing Kamari, so I just wanted something really bright, really airy, and so I painted everything white. Now after everything went white, nothing matched anymore, so I've been living like this for quite a few years and it's time to take my bedroom back. So here's the plan. We are redesigning the entire primary bedroom and the focal point is going to be my Rove Concepts Ophelia bed. You might remember from my previous bedroom makeover video that we no longer have that antique bed. I have swapped it out for a low to the ground, super comfortable, plush, luxurious platform bed from Rove Concepts. This Ophelia bed from Rove Concepts is upholstered in this really beautiful modern felt Allison fabric. It's really soft, it's really cushy, it's very plush, and it's a little bit more casual than the previous bed, which really aligns with my current style. This is probably the question that I get asked the absolute most. And for a designer to answer this question, it's been very, very difficult just because my style evolves. It's evolved over the years. It marries in so many different periods, styles, eras. But what I do know about my style is that I love to mix modern and antiques. I have a love for vintage. I have a love for thrifted, secondhand goods. I've been thrifting my entire life, so for me, it's all about curating those really special, sentimental, collected treasures and mixing them up in a way that feels modern, fresh, exciting, and inviting. I am right on the cusp of millennial and Gen X, so I have affectionately coined my style Grand Zillennial. That's my take on a grand millennial style, which is all about that granny chic vibe. I love florals, I love chintz, I love tapestry, I love velvets, I love leopard. Did I say I love floral? Like I love floral. So small floral prints, big floral prints mixed in with chintz, with paisley, like I love that look. But how do you incorporate all of those old world patterns, prints, colors, and fabrics in a fresh and modern way? When it came time to design my own primary bedroom, I got stuck. Like I got total designer's block. Yes, it happens to the pros. It happens to the best of us. Designers are just like you. I have analysis paralysis. I literally have been looking at the same pieces of nightstands, dressers, lighting, area rugs over and over again, and I see so many different things out there, and now I don't know what to pick. So I have put together my dream bedroom with no budget, but I've also enlisted my team members to do the same because I need some fresh ideas. So first, I'm going to show you my bedroom, my way, so you can see what we're working with, the things that I need in the space, talk to you about some of the challenges and why I've made some of these selections. Okay, so here is my bedroom the way I designed it. I had enlisted the girls to find me an area rug, nightstands, wall sconces, some artwork, accessories, a dresser, paint colors, window treatments, pretty much the whole shebang. I told them to act like I am the client, which clearly I am, and they are the designer. So we don't have a budget. We don't really have any parameters other than the fact that they kind of know my style. I let them get wild with the colors, with the direction. I didn't say too much, but here is what we're working with. As you know, I love tapestries. So for me, I really wanted to find a beautiful vintage or antique kind of tapestry that I would hang above the bed as the focal point. I wanted something soft, but I still wanted to make a really huge statement behind my bed. You might remember from my feng shui videos that feng shui actually guides against having any large art pieces behind your bed. But for me, it's a tapestry, it's soft, it's a wall hanging. I can support this wall tapestry hanging behind my bed and completely support it inside the walls. So for me, having it fall down on the bed is a non-issue. Next, we're moving on to the nightstands. I love nightstands with rounded corners because, of course, every single corner that protrudes at your head when you're sleeping is considered a poison arrow in feng shui design. So always think about those rounded corners, especially for your bedside tables. Next comes the lighting. I already have 2 wall sconces on the main focal bedroom wall, so the girls knew that they had to look for identical wall sconces so I could place them symmetrically above the nightstands. I found these gorgeous bespoke wall sconces from Apparatus, but they are not cheap. It's $3,000 for 1 wall sconce, and if I need 2 wall sconces, that's $6,000, which is absolutely insane. But hey, we are designing this bedroom with no budget because if you remember from my Pinterest hacks video that I have shown you exactly how to find designer dupes of designer pieces that you are absolutely obsessed with. So I actually found a wall sconce on Etsy that is almost an exact dupe of this talisman wall sconce for just $600. So you never know, these budget wall sconces might just make it in my dream bedroom. I'm having a major green moment right now. I mean, I'm wearing green. I'm kind of in this like green zone. Green aligns with my qual number. To me, green is a color that's all about growth, and that's kind of where I am right now. For my family, my business, my home, my team, my empire, growth is the mindset this year, so I'm all about the greens. I chose lichen from Farrow and Ball as my predominant wall color, and I've been teetering back and forth between either doing green walls or green statement furniture. So that's it for my design. What did you think of the room that I pulled together? I am so excited to see what the girls came up with. So first up, let's get Michelle in here. First up, we've got Michelle. Everyone say hi to Michelle. Michelle has actually put all of these mood boards together for us on Canva, right? I'm actually a Photoshop girl myself, but if you are someone who doesn't understand Adobe Suite products, you don't know how to use Photoshop, Canva is actually really easy to understand and use. Michelle, can you tell us a little bit about how you actually use Canva to create these mood boards?
Yeah, so on your iPhone, I just save a bunch of the images that I really liked. So I took out the background and then I added it onto Canva, and I was able to curate this mood board for her to use in these videos.
Canva is really easy to use. This is not a sponsored video, by the way, just a little Canva plug. Okay, so back to our design. Michelle, let me just start by saying that I love what you put together here. Let's dissect all of the details of Michelle's room to find out why she picked these pieces.
So the main focus of my design was what Julie had told me what she wanted in her space, which is to be luxurious and to be rejuvenating. I wanted to pick a lot of natural elements. So as you can see in my mood board, there's a lot of wood pieces, there's a lot of stone, and I wanted to incorporate more neutral pieces as well to get that refreshing and energizing space. I added a bunch of plants. Some of them are existing in her space. She can easily bring her plants that she has in her lounge into her bedroom.
I love that, Michelle. So let's talk about these nightstands, because to me, we already have that Rove Concepts platform bed in place. How did you choose these nightstands?
I knew Julie wanted round nightstands, so that's why I picked the rounder nightstands compared to the rectangular ones. And I also really liked
the fluted detailing
Yes.
on the front of, I love that. You guys know I love texture, I love dimension. Anytime you're looking for a statement piece or something that grounds your room, you want to look for those small designer details that helps elevate that piece of furniture. Let's talk about these walls, Michelle. It looks like wallpaper. What did you choose for the walls in the room?
I actually was inspired by the girls' bedroom. So I really like the plastered / lime wash look. I wanted to do something like that in her bedroom, but something with more neutral paint color, like a beige or something slightly warmer.
Slightly warmer. I mean, this almost feels like the vibe of my garage makeover, which almost has a very like desert, modern, organic, which is very much what my style is trending towards. I mean, it's a lot of organic materials, a lot of natural materials. Anytime that you're introducing cottons, linens, woods into the mix, you're going to have a little bit more longevity. Those pieces are going to feel more timeless. In 10 years, this room is not going to look dated to me at all. It's so easy for me to kind of swap out the statement art pieces that you had, even bring in some color with the artwork if I'm tired of this kind of all neutral tone on tone look, which for me, I still absolutely love, especially for a bedroom when you kind of just want to get in there, go to sleep, like zen out and just like relax. This is the look. I love it. Good job, Shell. Very, very good job, Shell. Okay, up next we've got Audrey. Audrey is the newest addition to our team, except that I've had you for like almost a year now, so I can't even say she's new, but I am so excited to see what Audrey came up with, because Audrey actually has a background in graphic design. So we've got a designer's eye here in the mix, so let's see what you came up with, Audrey.
So for my intent for my design, I knew you liked a lot of like warm and natural materials and organic materials. I know you like hints of luxury, so I wanted to tie in all those styles that I've observed throughout my last year here. So this is my bedroom. I got inspired by your plant corner as well as the girls' bedroom because I know that's the phase in your life right now. It's all about something very rejuvenating, very luxury, but also like your love for your kids right now too. And I know they're going to be young for a while, and I know they sleep with you too, so that was my inspiration.
Okay, let's kind of kick that in, because obviously you remember from my previous videos that I did share that I do co-sleep. That's not a surprise. That's a very common thing. The girls sleep with us right now. So my primary bedroom, while we're in transition and the girls haven't phased out of it, the girls are still sleeping there. So it's acting like their bedroom as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Audrey, tell me what you landed on first. What was the first thing that you chose in this room?
So the first thing, I just went down the list. I just did nightstands to get it out of the way. So with the nightstands, I was in between something rounded because I felt like rounded would complement your bed too much. It'd be the same. So I personally chose rectangular corners, but I like the all-natural wood oak nightstands from, I think, CB2.
Okay.
And it's all real wood, and it's something a little bit more lighter. And I chose something that was more low, so it also follow feng shui rules so that it wouldn't be like the pointing corners won't be right
At your head.
sleeping.
Okay, so that is an excellent feng shui tip. You can have rectangular nightstands with sharp corners as long as the top of the nightstands don't exceed the top of your mattress. So you always want your mattress height to be a little bit taller than your nightstand height. Okay, talk to me about the area rug.
So the area rug, I got inspired by your plant corner, and I also know that you like very vintage looks, and the hints of green and pinks I felt really complimented it, but I just felt like it was very old school, very vintage, but also with the mix of materials that are more modern. I felt like that's like what your style is.
Okay, I love it. And this is a really great indication of how Audrey was able to interpret my style. You don't know this, Audrey, but my previous home office's wall color was almost identical to this wall color that you've chosen. It's almost like this dusty pink, like rosy mauve color. And I love that color. To me, pink is one of the most underused neutrals. I love this look. I feel like pink can take on so many different personalities. You might think of pink as something that's very feminine, but to me, it's very soft and luxurious depending on the different accessories and the metals that you pair it with. Audrey, let's talk about some of the accessories. Like, how did you choose these wall sconces and this statement piece of artwork that you have behind the bed?
For the wall sconces, I want to choose something a little bit more luxury because it's a little bit more smaller, and I know that I didn't want luxury to be like the main focus. Okay. So I just wanted to add it in hints of the lighting. And personally for me, I see lighting as something a little bit more luxury and something that brightens up your room. So I wanted something brassy with hints of like the crackled glass. And I felt like it was very vintage, but very luxury, and I just felt like it fit.
I love that. Okay, this is a really good example of how to start when you don't know how to start. Just think of a word. Think of a word. Audrey's word was luxury, okay, because I said that. I gave the girls a couple of key words to keep in mind. One was luxury, one was rejuvenation, warm, cozy, inviting. Think of any word that elicits a feeling that you want that room to evoke and start with that word. Once you start choosing the pieces of furniture or accessories or artwork, ask yourself, does this piece feel luxurious, rejuvenating, warm, inviting? All of those key words for you to keep in mind. Audrey, looking at your bedroom, there are certain elements of your bedroom that totally hit the nail on its head, like the area rug. The area rug is totally my vibe. You saw my area rug. I'm actually going to put my area rug right next to yours, and it's like it has that same kind of vintage, traditional style. Anytime you have a statement pattern in the room, like this area rug, you kind of want to keep everything else a little bit more subdued. I always feel like there needs to be a hierarchy of design principles in a room. So you'll kind of have something that's like the main character, the focal piece, and then everything else is a supporting actor or the supporting cast. Great job, Audrey. I love it. Okay, let's see Kelly next. Kelly, so excited to see your room. Talk to us about your room. I see you got the green memo.
I feel like I kind of had the upper hand because I knew that you wanted a green room, and I helped you look for nightstands.
Okay. Tell me the pieces that you landed on first to help you develop the rest of the design.
I first chose the nightstands. I was toggling between two different ones, but I ended up going with this one because I feel like I like the contrast of it. From there, I started looking at the dressers, and I also wanted something with rounded corners, but something bright and not a wood material because I didn't want too much wood in there. Then I selected the area rug. I wanted something with a little more pattern. Overall, for the whole space, I feel like you can change the paint colors and it would still blend in with whatever color you chose. So that was where I was going.
Where's this area rug from?
Pottery Barn.
I don't think that's something that I've ever seen that I've selected or you've selected. You know, every single time that you have a color palette that you have in mind that you love, for me, it's warmer colors. I like sunset hues, but I also really love like a vintage traditional vibe. So hence the greens come in, the golds come in, the neutral tone-on-tone palettes come in, but you'll see specks of blues in this area rug that I don't hate at all, which is why I love doing these types of exercises. This is not something that I would pick myself, but it's also something that's totally growing on me.
It's also 100% wool.
Ooh!
So I was looking for that.
We love 100% wool products, especially area rugs, especially if you have kids or pets in the home. 100% wool is probably the easiest to clean. They're not cheap, so of course you're going to make that investment, but you're going to have it for decades to come. Tell me about this wall color. It's a little bit darker than I would go myself, but from that espresso chocolate paint that I had in my previous bedroom, this is not a huge departure.
I wanted the room to be a little moodier and for you to feel relaxed and calm when you're in there. When you open the windows, it'll be brighter, but at night when you're getting ready to sleep, I feel like it's really cozy and it'll make you just want to fall asleep.
Okay, I love that. We want a sleep-inducing bedroom. How did you come up with the concept for the lighting?
I wanted to keep the moody vibe, and I really like the black glass in the sconces.
Oh, is that what it is? It's like a smoked glass. That's really pretty. I love that kind of like exposed vintage Edison bulb. I don't really have any of that in the bedroom. So I think for Kelly's bedroom, it's a really good mix of modern and traditional. You have some really contemporary elements in here, but the pattern of this vintage style rug is what really grounds the space and brings it back to my personal style. Great job, Kel. You guys did such a good job. I mean, now that I'm kind of seeing the boards side by side, the rooms feel relaxing, rejuvenating, luxurious. I mean, was there something that surprised you from any other person's rooms?
For Audrey's room, the pink really surprised me, but I like it.
Pink is something you really have to commit to, and clearly I'm not afraid of color, so that's not something that, you know, I would shy away from at all. My husband, on the other hand, might, but you know what, he doesn't sleep with us anyway, so it's all right.
I liked Michelle's a lot because I felt like it really tied in to how she is, but also a mix of your personality as well. So I really get a very clear understanding of what her likes are as a person, but also like she really paid attention to what you wanted to.
You know, Kelly, you and Michelle picked like really similar dressers, and you also picked dark nightstands. It's like you have the same type of vibe. And oh my gosh, now that I'm looking at your artwork is almost identical as well. That's so funny.
I actually was toggling between that nightstand and the other one.
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah.
How funny. They both kind of have that fluted detailing on the front of the nightstands and wrapped around the base. So that's really cool. I love that you have that mix of color and that mix of contrast as well. You know, we hate matchy-matchy here. I don't want matching nightstands with my bed and my dresser. That's just too one note, too much of the same look. So I love that you guys kind of blended different finishes and different color options for all the furniture pieces. You guys were pretty much all on the same wavelength for lighting, I must say. Like, you all did glass sconces, you did exposed bulbs. Yours is frosted, yours is cracked, and yours is smoked. That's so funny. And I don't have any glass in my wall sconce because it's freaking $3,000, dude.
My favorite thing from Audrey's room is probably the rug. I really like how that looks. And from Michelle's room, I really like the artwork from that.
Yeah, I actually love that kind of double panel. If you can't come up with like one single statement piece, it's really a great idea to fill up the room with a repetition of art pieces that you love. What about my room, Cal?
Oh. I love the tapestry in your room. I didn't even think of that. And when I saw it, I was like, I should have thought of that.
Yeah, like it just really makes the room, for me, you don't need a whole lot of art, just like one really shining piece.
One thing that I really like about Julie's room is, you know, we were all kind of coming up with our own ideas, but now that we all see what she put, I'm like, obviously she would do that because that's her style. So it kind of like all makes sense how each person put in their own style into their design. Like Audrey's, she's very bold personality, so I see that she put the pink as her wall color. There's pops of color in her room. And then Kelly, I feel like she's very similar to me, and she knows Julie very well. I could totally see why she came up with that design.
For Julie's, I really, really love the wall color. I feel like when I was thinking of green, because I was in between green and pink, I didn't even think about that shade of green. I feel like it's so calming and so soft. I really, really love it. For Michelle's, I really like the bench. I didn't even think about putting a bench. I don't know why, but I feel like I love the little
kind of that channel tufting.
Tufting, and I feel like that really complements everything as well, and you did a great job with choosing all the colors, and it feels so cohesive. And then for Kelly's, I really love like the moody ambiance I get from your bedroom. I really like how you chose a dark wall color and then the dressers as well, and I feel like moody was something I was also in between, but it really suits you.
Everyone did just such a great job. I mean, I'm so inspired by all of your designs. I'm actually going to probably steal your wall color, definitely some accessories from your bedroom, and green walls or lime wash walls, green walls or This is the conundrum, guys. That's it for today's video. I hope you had as much fun as we did watching my bedroom get transformed in 4 different ways. As always, we'll be linking every single product featured in all of the mood boards in the description box below so you can shop the look. Which bedroom is your favorite from today's presentation? Are there elements of one mood board that you would tie in with another one to create my dream bedroom? For me, there are bits and pieces from every single room that I loved, and now it's even more difficult for me to make this decision. I'm gonna start shopping and sourcing for my bedroom today as soon as we finish this video, so I'm so excited to see how it all develops. Share this video with anyone you know who's looking to refresh their bedroom and just needs some new ideas, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click that little notification bell to be notified of new videos that we drop on the channel every single Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.